guys, so today I have one of the boxes that everybody seems to love watching, which is a FairyLoot box. This is July's box. I can't actually remember what the theme is, so I'll have to tell you in a minute, but for anyone who hasn't got it before, this is what the box looks like. It says "My Books, My Treasure" on the front. It does actually say where it's from, so you couldn't get this as like a surprise. This is the box that comes in the post, and when you open it up, it's got a cute little quote on the front there which says, "Fairy tales are more than true, not because they tell us that dragons exist, but because they tell us that dragons can be beaten." And then up here through the whole box, so you have to empty it and unravel the rest of the box, but there is also a big long story on here too, which is, I'm not going to read it because it's really long, but it's about a little fairy in a garden, if I remember correctly. So the theme for this month comes on this little card, and it's the power within. So that is the theme. Now I did actually already film this, opening this once, but everything was packaged so tightly, or like a bit disappointing, that the video wasn't going very well. So I am going to reopen things, if that makes sense. So the first thing in here is this. Now this is a misprinted item. They emailed us about this before the box got sent out. Basically it's a tea towel and it's been printed backwards, so you can only read it in a mirror. I'm not sure if my camera films flipped or not, so to you this might actually read correctly, or it might still be back to front, I'm not sure. In the viewfinder of the camera right now I can see that this is the right way around, so maybe it is going to be the right way around, but I still don't actually know what it says. It says her spine was steel, her heart was, and then I don't know what this word says, and then it says her eyes were fire. So there's this, and they are apparently going to send us another one in a month or two that's printed the correct way around, because like I said, in real life this is totally unreadable. So the second item is something else that I'm really disappointed with this month. As a spoiler on Instagram, they told us that we were going to get a mug this month, or a cup, whatever you want to call it. So this is the box for it, and on the top it says, "Due to the magical heat changing nature of this mug, please only hand wash it, don't dishwasher or microwave it." So I was excited that we were getting a heat changing mug, and I just went to get it out and fill it up and put hot water in it so that you could all see what it did, and nothing happened. So as you can see, it's black. Because the light of my filming camera setup is shining so brightly on it, you can see that there is a quote on it that's in like a rainbowy sort of print. But I can't actually really tell what it says. In person, it's just black like this. So like I said, there is hot water in here, if you can see that. Pretty disappointed. I've had heat changing mugs before and they change straight away. I will put the torch of my phone on it and try and read what it actually says for you, but yeah, it's not great. "You must continue to believe with all your heart. Sometimes belief is all it takes to make something real." So that's what the quote says in the rainbow on here, but it's not changing colour for me. So I've not much more to say about that. That's been stood on the side for a few minutes now and it's still not changed anything, so there we go. Next item we have is this, which is a room spray from Geeky Clean, and it's called Lavender and Books Scented Room Spray. Looks like this. It's a bit of a milky colour. It's not really full to the top, but that's okay. I did already spray this, but I will spray it again. This reminds me of Lush. If you've ever walked into the Lush shop where they sell soap and stuff, it's a very Lush scent. Definitely very lavendery, soapy, kind of a little bit sweet. I do like it. I'm not sure where the books part comes into it. This doesn't smell of books to me at all, but fair enough. I think this would be quite nice at like bedtime if you're reading or whatever, to like chill you out. It is a very like calming smell. Again, my issue with this is it's leaking. I don't know if you can see this little droplet here, but everything in this box this month just seems to be like broken or not working, or like, I don't know if you can see that, but Yep, so that's leaking in there as well. Now this isn't a cheap box for anyone that's not seen this before. This is £35, so up to now we've had a misprinted tea towel, a cup that doesn't change in the colour, and the room spray which is leaking. I love FairyLoot, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying anything bad against them. I've had some FairyLoots before that were amazing. The books that come in these are like beautiful, but I'm just not feeling this month right now. Next we have a pen. Anyway, this is a Harry Potter pen. It says, "Don't chase the quaffle if you see the snitch." It's supposed to look like a little broomstick, and yeah, it's just a little ballpoint pen, so that is in there. Then we have this Sweet Black Waves card which says if you go to this website you can like read some of the book, I think. Yeah, I think that's what it's saying. Then we have an art print, which is this. I'm not sure what this is from, but I like her hair. It reminds me of my own hair. She looks a bit like a World of Warcraft character, maybe. But yeah, just a little random art print in here. Sorry, the light's really annoying. That's why I'm trying to kind of move it around, but... Yep. And then we have a sticker which is all bent up, which again I don't actually know what it says on there. It looks like a vinyl sticker, it's like a plasticky one, and at the bottom it says "Breathe Fire," but I don't actually know what this says. And L something. Not a clue. Anyway, let's get to the book, because the book is always the best part and the pretty part, so at least the book can't let us down, eh? So, comes in this little drawstring bag as always. It says happy reading on one side and has the FairyLoot logo on this side. And I will get everything out before I show you. So, we have the FairyLoot like reading buddy thing that you always get. We have a bookmark, so just looks like this, and says July 2018, The Power Within, FairyLoot on the other side. We have a little card from the author, which I will read in a second. We have our fairy scoop, which is like usually a little interview and stuff in there with the author, and it says that next month's theme is Pirate One. And then we have the actual book, which is this one, which is Heart of Thorns by Bree Barton. Trust your heart even if it kills you. So it's got red pages, which are very pretty, and it's red inside as well. It is signed here in pink pen with a cute little heart. Usually you get a book plate, so I like that the actual book is signed for this. That's nice. Let's see. Okay, so there's no cover underneath the paper cover, but this spine is really pretty. It's like metallic red imprinted, like indented in there, so that's really nice. And it says, a fantastical feminist fairy tale full of love, mystery, sisterhood and severed hands. Heart of Thorn casts a fierce and magical spell. Mia took the knife and held it high, silver moonlight glinting off the blade. She stared at herself in the reflection. A demon in oyster silk stared back, and yet, in spite of everything, even as she stood amidst the charred cinders of her life, she felt freer than she had in ages. Powerful. So that's our book. I'll read the little letter that she sent with it. So it says, Dear bewitching FairyLoot reader, when I was a little girl reading heaps of books in cosy nooks, I longed to have magic. Sometimes during silver thunderstorms, I stood outside and shivered in the rain, wishing I were more than ordinary. What I didn't know then was that anyone who tells a story or crawls inside the ones they read does possess magic. Books weave this glittering power into our flesh, our bone, our breath, our blood. You too have magic. You are made of gristle and blood fire, sweat and secrets, sugar and smoke, and everything. I think that's supposed to say bespoke, but it says bepoke. You are Dujai, a goddess of your own choosing. I wrote this book for you, Brie. So that's cute. So I'm not sure how I feel about FairyLoot this month. Like I said, FairyLoot is generally a really good box. I love some of the weird and wonderful bits you get in there usually, like the candles and stuff. This month I'm just not sure what happened. Maybe it's just my box, like maybe other people's mugs do change colour, maybe other people's room sprays aren't leaking. You know, I don't expect that everyone's is like that, but I just seem to receive a pretty bad box, which isn't great seeing as it's £35. However, this book looks very, very pretty. It's quite a large book actually, like quite a thick book. Let's see how many pages is in here. It doesn't even say. What kind of book doesn't have page numbers? Come on now. I mean, there's a whole section after this, but the last page number on here is 438, so it is quite a big book. But yeah, like I said anyway, not sure how I feel about this month's box, but I do really like this book and I love the smell of the room spray. I'll probably just put it in a different bottle or whatever. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this anyway. Don't be put off by FairyLoot. Like I said, probably just me that got a bad box, and the other boxes I've got I've really, really enjoyed. So if you want to go check them out, feel free. I will put a link down below. And if you're not subscribed already, then please subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye guys.